This presentation is for the 2 gram or 2000 milligram sodium diet. The 2 gram sodium diet is a diet in which individuals aim to keep their sodium intake at 2 grams, which is 2000 milligrams of sodium per day. The RDA for sodium is 2300 milligrams or less. The FDA, even though they don't set the guidelines, they advocate as well the 2300 milligrams or less of sodium per day. For contrast, the average American consumes 3000 milligrams or more of sodium per day. This was on the FDA's website, but other websites estimated as much as 8,000 milligrams per day. One of those was the Livestrong website. So who is this diet for? Individuals who have high blood pressure, cardiac patients, those who have problems with swelling, those who have liver disease, individuals with renal disease, and congestive heart failure. And I spoke to a dietitian about this and asked her a few questions, and she says that she will have clients from time to time who are referred to her by a pediatrician or a general practitioner, and they will have symptoms such as ringing in the ears. And one of the first things that she will try is a low sodium diet. Thought that was interesting. Did you know that many foods, even healthy foods, contain sodium? Some of the, I guess, ones that surprise me that, things that I consume, cottage cheese, bagels, breakfast cereals, even the whole grain breakfast cereals, reduced sodium foods. A lot of foods will say, reduce sodium on the packaging, and it makes you think, oh, well, that's low in sodium and that's healthy, but really it's just reduced from, it could be reduced from 1,000 milligrams to 750 milligrams, which is still a lot of sodium. Veggie burgers, that's very disappointing for me. So what can an individual on this diet have? As with many diets, fresh fruits and vegetables are always a safe bet. Water, fruit-flavored drinks, tea and coffee, homemade soups, of course with allowed ingredients, not with a lot of salt added, baking ingredients such as flour, cocoa powder, cornstarch, vanilla extract, homemade cookies and brownies. Can you tell I have a sweet tooth? Low sodium salad dressings, reduced calorie condiments, another one that was a little bit surprising to me, rice, unsalted popcorn, and fruit juices. Okay, so the naughty list, the don'ts. Things like canned meats, bacon, lunch meat, pepperoni, canned cheese, which maybe that shouldn't be in our diets anyway, cottage cheese, frozen meals, salted nuts and seeds, sports drinks, also drinks such as V8, which you might think of as being very healthy because they say they have vegetables and fruits in them, but they're also high in sodium. Pickles, vegetable juice, salad dressing, canned beans, peas, and lentils. Now, how long does an individual have to follow this diet? I'm sure it varies for some people, but generally, individuals who are in a disease state are on this diet, they can be on it for life, or some until their symptoms disappear. But cardiac patients, people like that, people who have issues with high blood pressure, they're going to probably be on it for life because consuming a lot of sodium it increases the workload on a person's heart, which in turn increases blood pressure. And the same notion applies to a patient with congestive heart failure or another cardiac disease, and of course liver and renal patients, they're going to have the same problem because they're trying to filter that sodium out. The challenges. Patients who are not used to having dietary restrictions or reading labels are going to be the ones that find this diet challenging in the beginning. And really, this is not the most restrictive diet compared to some of the other diets I was reading from our list. There are many sneaky foods which are high in sodium but that aren't obvious, like cottage cheese, for example, and sports drinks. So patients are just going to have to get used to reading the labels and being able to quickly identify food choices which are going to be high in sodium, fast food, things like that. So, once they get used to this, new spices are introduced, things like that. Individuals should find this diet easy to manage with a little forethought and preparation. It is considered less restrictive, as I was saying before, than most diets.